What's going on, everyone?
What's up?
We're back.
We're back in the biz.
The biz.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like Biz Bates.
Like Biz Bates. Yeah, that's exactly
We're
what
back in business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been too long. We're lazy or busy.
Not lazy. We're
both.
busy.
Both.
I mean, yeah, we could record at like 11 p.m. if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
But we're not going
But we're
to.
back.
Yes.
We're here.
And maybe on a regular schedule.
I think maybe, hopefully.
Maybe. Maybe,
I can
hopefully,
do
maybe.
Tuesday nights. A little behind the sscenes with Tuesday night.
It's my one free night, but sure.
All right. Beautiful.
I guess I'll spend it with you.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. We have an audience tonight.
Yes. We have Ian in the house. He's behind the camera.
AKA EI on.
EI on him. And we have Brittany to the left of the camera.
I don't have an AKA for Brittany.
Yeah, we don't have an AKA yet for Brittany. And also my dog.
We also have a dog.
So yeah, full house tonight.
Yeah.
Usually it's empty in here. It's just us two.
I know.
Along with our thoughts.
Yeah.
Live studio audience, so that's exciting. We're really moving up in the world.
I know.
Yeah.
Usually I have Bryson hiding in a corner downstairs.
Yeah.
If anything.
Yeah, anytime Bryson's here, he just goes and hides downstairs.
Yeah.
By the way, this is Bass Now Radio.
It is Bass Now Radio.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Lewis.
And we got a couple sponsors we'd like to thank.
We would.
Starting with Biz Bates.
Biz Bouts.
Biz Bouts.
Yes.
If you want to get 10% off, it's code Bass Now.
Yes.
Capital B.
You'll get 10% off of your next order.
Capital N. And if you want to, these are brand new hats.
Yeah. They just came in today, didn't
Literally just came in today, a couple days ago.
they? Okay. Well, act like they came in today.
Yeah. I
think they just went on the shop today.
They just went on the shop today, yes. Very nice. You should go get yourself one. They're Richardson's. And while you're at it, grab some baits to catch a lot of fish. So,
Yeah, man.
just do that.
We'll get into some of their baits.
Some of their baits are going to be talked of very soon here.
Yeah.
And then we'd also like to thank Deep Apparel.
Yes.
Wearing a deep shirt right here. Mm-hmm.
Spelled just like deep water.
Yes. Thanks for that spelling lesson.
You're welcome.
And if you'd like a discount from them,
It's can get one.
Sunrise 20.
For 20%
20%
off.
Go get yourself some cool apparel.
Yeah.
I mean, we're starting to fish a lot more now, so I know you're all looking to get some nice looking sun shirts.
I know. I wish it would get a little warmer.
Well, I think tomorrow's going to be like 80 degrees
Is
in
it?
Charlotte. Yeah, it's going to be
wow.
warm here tomorrow. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If I had a trolling motor, I would go fishing.
I have a trolling motor. You have a big motor.
Yeah.
We got to make like high rock and put the two together.
I don't feel like doing that again. That was a bad time. We're coming on the heels of a derp.
We're like 3 or 4 days removed.
Yeah, we've missed some. We haven't missed a ton of important events. I don't think. I mean, there was.
We missed the classic.
We missed the classic,
which we were at.
We
should talk about that quick.
What do you want to talk about? It
was fun.
It was a good time. It was good to be back. Honestly, I hadn't been since
Gville,
Birmingham. Yeah, and
which really wasn't that good.
No, in my opinion, it very much was not. But no, it was good to be back at Hartwell. I think the classics at Hartwell are good. Some of the better ones. Yeah. I think Greenville puts on a nice show. This is my first time going as a 21-year-old, so I was able to go downtown, have a good time. Yeah, caught up with a bunch of people I hadn't seen in 2 years. So
nice. You're excited. We're all excited for Knoxville.
Dude, yes.
That's going to be a time next year.
Big congrats to Jason Christie.
Yes.
Really exciting final weigh-in. Mm-hmm. Exciting tournament.
No, I wasn't there.
Well,
for that day.
It wasn't exciting.
I was there for the other
exciting days. Final weigh-in. No, it was the genuine, like the general overall feeling I got from it was just good to be back. Good to see people. Good to be working the show.
Yeah.
Biz Bouts had a great show.
Yeah, we had a killer show. I hope anyone watching was able to come and stop by and see us if they were there.
Yeah.
If not, next year we're gonna hold you to it.
Heck yeah. No, it was a good time. I thought I had a good time. Dog is doing things.
My dog is playing with a camera part. Yeah. So Lake Norman just happened for the College Series.
Yeah, and we also should probably mention the MLF Natty
that's going on right now.
Yeah. It's we're
there's a lot to talk about.
It's a good time. I guess it's a good time to jump back on the mic.
Yeah. I mean, that was 100% planning on it.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We didn't just throw this together this morning, right?
No.
Absolutely not. Yeah, so we're coming off the heels of the Lake Norman tournament. The Natty College fishing event's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I mean, we talked about Harris Chain on the last episode.
Yep.
There hasn't been much college fishing-wise that's gone on since.
A couple like MLF.
The MLF Open happened.
There's been a couple of regional events for MLF.
I think the MLF Open was like the worst tournament to ever happen on Chickamauga.
Potentially,
which is incredible considering there have been some terrible tournaments on Chickamauga.
Yeah. Like one national championship.
Congrats to our buddy Jake, who qualified for 2 days, 5 bass.
Yes.
So if that doesn't explain to you how bad it was.
Yeah. Although they may try and break that record.
When?
This weekend at the MLF championship.
Yeah.
For terrible tournaments.
Well, remember Grand Lake last year?
Yeah. Well, I don't
that Alex did well in?
Yeah.
That was terrible too. Some terrible. MLF really knows how to
pick
the best lakes,
terrible
the best times.
Locations.
Yeah, best lakes at the best times. They really hunt the bite. Speaking of the best lakes,
yeah,
we'll get to Fort Gibson in a little bit, but we should probably talk about the derb that just happened.
Old Lake Norman,
and you got to fish.
I fished it, sorta.
A little bit.
To some extent,
you made casts in the tournament.
I did.
You weighed in bass.
So here, let's go through the series of events here. I was on the wait list.
Let's walk through the last 6 months of your fishing life real quick.
Yes. Lake Norman Derb. That's it.
You did well.
That's it.
I thought.
Yeah. So
given the circumstances.
Yeah, I was on the wait list, like 80th on the wait list at one point. Got into the tournament on the day of registration.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that on another episode. But
I honestly think we should. I think we should jump into that because.
Do you want to talk about?
I don't even know. Like, I don't think it's a long conversation because I don't know what to say.
Okay, here's the conversation.
Happened?
There was 250 boat cap.
Yeah, obviously.
The tournament capped out.
Yeah,
and then there was, I think it was around 184 boats on the wait list.
Yeah,
and come tournament day,
like
there was 212 boats.
Right. So nobody came. Nobody on the wait list came.
None on the wait list came.
There were significantly more names crossed off at Harris Chain than there were at Norman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to make of that.
I don't really understand that whatsoever. Like, essentially, if you were on the wait list, you could have been boat 188 on the wait list.
Yeah.
And if you showed up the day of registration, you would have been in the tournament.
So, yeah. And my thing is like, I would be definitely one. I think I've made it very clear that I'm not afraid to call out bass when it is, or anybody. I feel like I've made a name for myself for calling out people when I see it fit. That being said, like, we know that bass worked pretty far down the list. I have to imagine they were working down that list to get to 250.
Yeah.
And then
they were
75 people just didn't show up.
Boats short.
I think 75 people just didn't show.
I don't know. I really don't know.
So Bass sends out an email like a couple days prior.
Like, hey, you're going to fish this.
Yeah, saying if you're not going to fish, let us know.
Yeah.
I have a really good feeling there were a lot of guys.
At that point, I went from 70th to 28th.
Right. So what I'm assuming is 50 guys said, I'm not going.
Yeah.
And they knocked it down. But then I think another 75 or so also didn't say that.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, it's on the college guys to be like accountable.
I mean, come on.
Like, all you got to do is make a phone call or send an email saying you're not going to be there.
I guarantee you there were at least 20 or 30 guys sitting at home for this tournament that would have liked to go, but because gas prices are high, we're all dealing with that, and they never got a text or an email or a call from Bass. Like, I bet there's guys that would have driven down the night before if given the chance.
Yeah. I don't like that you had to be at registration if you were on the wait list to be accepted. Why aren't they calling people?
Because then it becomes a question of,
like, prioritize the people that are there.
Yeah.
But then if you're not at the 250 boat cap, still make the phone calls, because say there's guys from North Carolina. Say you got ECU, High Point, NC State, like guys that can make it.
Yeah.
To that tournament, or even South Carolina, USC. Like, say there are guys that are on the wait list that can actually drive that the night of and get to the tournament if they were told that via a phone call at 5 p.m. Because we knew 4 p.m., we knew how far they had worked down the wait list with the people that were there.
See, I don't know. My thing is, I think the responsibility lies on the anglers. If you're not gonna, and specifically those who didn't show up, who got in, you guys have to email Bass, because that way, like people like Bryson, our buddy, who got in like 2 days before the tournament, but he got in 2 days before the tournament, they can at least work down that list before. I kind of get it. I mean, it's, 5 o'clock the night before the tournament. You still got to get everybody's name who is there in the, who knows what their process looks like.
Yeah.
Because they could call guys and the guys could say, I'm coming, and then they don't show up. And I don't know. It just sucks. Like, you take a little responsibility.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like I said, I'm the first one to call Bass out, but I feel like on this time it was like, dude, just if you're not going, you got to let people know to give another guy a spot. I don't know. It just is weird. Overall, weird situation.
Bottom line, I hadn't been out on the water since September.
Yeah.
With my boat, because I had trolling motor issues. So I got those fixed.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Ish.
Yeah, all Trexes. And I fished with no practice.
Yeah.
Hadn't put the boat in the water. Boat hadn't touched water since September.
Right.
And we put it in the water, and the big motor didn't crank. So fished on a trolling motor. Me and Brennan Kennison.
Yes, sir.
Shout out, Brennan.
Yes, sir.
Heck of a day. He literally probably could have made the tournament because he was on the wait list too.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely could have.
Yeah. So he and I fished together, and we did pretty good considering the circumstances. We caught 8 pounds worth of spotted bass, which is a Lake Norman average bass.
Oh yeah.
And
par for the course.
Even caught like 30 something fish. And we could see the ramp essentially the whole day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fun times.
It's good times. As Brennan said, can't complain about the results.
No.
Given the circumstances.
No, not at all.
So, I think we were in like 112th or 8th or something after day one. And there was 212 boats.
Not bad at all.
So,
yeah.
Didn't fish day 2. A little worried about the wind. So, we were like, oh, let's set this one out.
Yeah, that was something. I've been on Norman a few times.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the roughest I'd seen it.
Yeah.
I didn't go up to Davidson. The mouth of Davidson is notoriously
terrible.
The worst part of the lake, and you didn't have the worst wind direction for that.
Ian agrees.
You had bad wind direction for that. Ian agrees that it was very bad. It was terrible. So there you have it. It was I stayed very close to the ramp on day 2 for that reason. Mm-hmm. And it was the worst I'd ever seen the bottom of the lake. So it's scary.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree with the call to go. I'll say that too. We're going up Saginaw at the end of the year. If you're not prepared to go and fish in big water, you shouldn't be there, in my opinion.
Saginaw is a different beast.
And, for those saying, maybe, my boat isn't good enough for that. Dude, I run a 17-foot boat, and I was able to do it. So, come
on. But, that's how I did. And I don't know, you want to speak on your...
We had a nice little derb.
Yeah, you did.
I'll put it this way. I honestly went into this tournament with full intentions of trying to win it.
Yeah.
That was the goal the whole time. I wanted to win this tournament and nothing short. And we came up short. But
Not
I can't be upset.
crazy short though.
I think we averaged like a little over 12 and a half a day. Finished up in 13th. Got the natty qualification. Yeah.
Can't complain about it.
It was a very, so I'm assuming most people knew this or know it now, or I don't know. Us locals knew it. There was a big bass tour on Norman the week before the tournament. Norman should have been better than what it was. It fished really tough. If you saw the weigh-in pictures, a lot of big largemouth were caught day one.
Yeah. Crazy.
A lot of them, like an inordinate amount of big largemouth were caught day one. I think there was a big spawning wave that pulled up just like literally a day or two before the tournament, maybe even the night before. And it just, I mean, a lot of guys caught big largemouth. Wasn't really ever a part of my plan. Tried to incorporate it, but really was just shooting for consistency and getting a big bite along the way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so there were a lot of big largemouth caught, a lot of little spots caught. Those medium range, like 1.5 to 2.5 pound spots, were really hard to find. Mm-hmm. I kind of based my tournament off of catching those and then going big fish fishing, and it was really hard to catch those. That being said, we caught 10 of those, weighed them in, and walked away with our solid finish. And yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't pretty. Like, for those of you thinking it should have been better, it should have.
Yeah. Probably.
But big tournament week before. I think those medium range spots or in bigger spots.
And wasn't there a big tournament the week before that too?
BFL was 2 weeks before that. Norman's been getting the crap beat out of it, as it does every year. But yeah. And now we got a little title to chase.
Yeah. Yeah. You're sitting in third?
Yeah.
Is that what I heard?
That's what you heard.
Team of the year points. You got to go to Norfolk.
We got to catch them.
Saginaw, sort of. So,
yeah.
Big question mark there.
Yeah. Yeah. We got work to do. But no, bottom line is Norman did our job. Like I said, I went to win, but we did what we had to do.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, the goal this whole year has been to try and win that team of the year, and we kept ourselves in it. So I can't complain. Good tournament.
Also, big shout out to
let's talk. Yeah,
our other teammate.
Yeah,
Jake. Also,
Jakey Monty and Sam Dunson.
Yep, Jake and Sam qualified too.
They qualified. Big surge day two. I think they had the second biggest bag of the tournament day two.
Yeah,
or like the second biggest bag of day two. Yeah. They had 14.5 day two after having 10 day one. I had 12 3/4 and 12 1/4. So.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, kept it consistent.
So,
but no, it was. Yeah,
I was gonna say, and then big congratulations to the winners.
Yeah, our buddy Garrett Smith and Avery Hammock from Erskine College. I think they dropped almost 18 day one with a gigantic largemouth, and backed it up with a really stout limit, 13 pounds.
Yeah,
I mean, that's gonna win on Norman 2-day tournaments
easy
99% of the time.
Yeah,
so. Awesome job by them. I mean, just 15.5 a day is very stout. I thought it could have taken a little more.
Yeah.
But I think I really underestimated the pressure and the big bass tournament because, I mean, like I said, those limit filler fish that in March on Norman are usually, 2 1/4 pounders. Those were fish you were searching for in this tournament. I mean, like I was grinding for a 2 1/4 pounder. So, yeah.
But all around, the college guys did very well.
They did.
That first bag,
team
the 22 bag,
team from Mississippi State,
22.7.
Mississippi State guys. They weighed 22 and change.
It was 22.7.
That's the biggest bag I've heard on in Norman in the daytime in probably 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah,
I mean that's
a good bag,
big
for Norman.
I hope those guys understand what they did because that's like going anywhere else and dropping 35. That does not happen on Norman. Really, really special bag. Unfortunately, they weren't able to really back it up. But I mean, they had 3 for 8 pounds day two and got a third place finish out of it. So
yeah,
that just goes to show you how strong an 8-pound or a 22-pound limit can carry on Norman.
Yeah.
I mean,
that bring in 3 fish and still be sitting third place.
I think they'd have needed 3 pounds to qualify, or 2.5 pounds day 2. No, 22. I think it took 22.5.
No, it was by like ounces.
Yeah, I think they would have needed 1 keeper day 2 to
they
qualify.
Needed 1 extra keeper to win.
Yeah. No. I'm saying just to qualify. Like, they could have just weighed in a 14-incher day 2 and qualified.
Oh, yeah.
That's how stout 22 pounds
Oh, I thought you were talking about for the win.
No, they were a fish off of the win too, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, they did great.
But yeah, big congratulations to Garrett.
Yeah.
Who we got really acquainted at Saginaw last year.
Yeah.
He and I
good guy.
spent a lot of time fishing to each other. So
yeah, I've never really talked to Avery, but seemed like a really nice dude. Really happy for those guys.
So it's good coming off, and that's like really close to the tragedy that they had happen last year over at Erskine. So
yeah.
I think it was like
close to a year,
a week after or something.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, it's good stuff.
Good for that team to get that win.
Yeah, no, that's good dudes, and yeah, I said on my Instagram post. I mean, it's good to see good guys win. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of jerks like myself in this sport, and Garrett's a good dude, so good to see him take a win.
But yeah, that was Norman, and as college series, as we were talking about, goes to Norfolk in Arkansas in April.
And just before we cap Norman, I just want to say, if you had a good tournament, Norman, like excluding myself because I practically live here, if you had a good tournament, Norman, you should be proud of yourself.
Yeah,
it wasn't easy. I mean, the weights looked really good for a Norman tournament, but they should have been even better for the time of the year. So yeah, it was. Be proud of yourself if you did a good.
Yeah, and if you caught 5 too each day, especially.
Yeah,
good on you.
Yeah, I had to pull out some. Poor Eion.
Poor Eion in the background looking sad.
I had to pull some tricks out of the bag day 2. Some tricks. But
yeah, that's Norfolk coming up in about a month.
So I was talking to, and we'll get more into Norfolk before the tournament happens, but
hopefully,
dude, I don't know. I don't know.
What, for Norfolk?
Yeah,
people are like, you gonna go? I'm on the wait list again, and I'm like, I really don't know what I'm gonna do when I get there. But
on the map, it's scarily reminiscent of a place which remains not to be named.
I'll name it.
Don't. But 12-inch minimum. So we got that going for us.
A lot different than fine, we'll say unnamed place.
Yeah,
not Cumberland.
And I've heard it's a better lake. From a couple different people, I've heard it should fish better.
They said the same thing about Cumberland when we showed up in the spring. They're like, "Oh, trust me,
it'll be better.
This is going to be way better than the fall tournament."
Well, fishing wise, it was just everything you caught
was
didn't
short.
keep.
Yeah,
even the largemouth I caught was short. It was ridiculous. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited to get to Norfolk. You know,
I realized that we really trade off in the Bassmaster College Series because Cumberland, I thought the town.
Yeah,
was probably the most excited of all the towns that we've gone to.
I would agree. Yeah.
Despite the fact that the fishing was
terrible.
Crap.
Terrible.
And then we go to Saginaw, fishing top notch.
Yeah.
Town hates us.
Yeah. And then Norman's weird because, like, there's not really a town.
Yeah.
Like, the whole area around Norman just is town.
Yeah.
I would venture to say that Norman is the most like
populated lake that we go to for sure.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
It's the most
it's not small town USA.
Urban.
Yeah, it's urban.
Which is ridiculous to say, but for not for a fishing tournament because there's tournaments that go to the Delaware and the Potomac and all those places, but for college bass, I'd say it's the most urban location we go to.
Probably.
I mean, it's the closest to a major city. Everywhere else we go.
When you look at some of the other places we've been, Toledo Bend.
I mean, Leesburg is pretty.
Leesburg is built up a little bit. I'd imagine it's Florida.
It's pretty built up.
But Toledo? There's a gas station.
Yeah, Toledo's.
And a Mexican restaurant.
Toledo's out there. Kentucky Lake's out there. Chick's out there. Where else have we been? Saginaw's pretty out there.
That's out there.
There's still a town.
There's still like
one town, where Charlotte, like you go to Norman, like you're passing through 823 towns around your trip around the lake. Where else we go? Hartwell's not very populated.
No, not really.
It's
like Clemson and that's it.
Yeah. So yeah, Charlotte's one of the more heavily populated and
for sure.
Yeah.
There was a good crowd, by the way, at weigh-in.
There was.
That was probably the best crowd I've seen in a long time. Yeah.
That was cool to see. Yeah.
And I think there was even like a bunch of like locals who were out there watching too. It wasn't
there definitely was.
Yeah.
There definitely was a lot of locals.
So that was kind of cool to see.
It was cool to see a bunch of our like family and friends out there.
Yeah.
That was nice to see. I feel like, I don't know if last time it was because I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
When I was
it really wasn't that many people there.
But I feel like there wasn't as many people. It was also
freaking cold. It was
miserable.
Yeah, it was like the worst. It was probably the worst weather tournament I think we've ever fished. Sort of like the Smith Mountain Lake FLW tournament from like 4 or 5 years ago now that it snowed on the tournament day. Like that was probably going to be like the coldest.
Yeah, honestly, that Norman tournament, my first college tournament outside of the one we went to at Seminole, that was probably the worst weather tournament I've ever fished. Yeah. It was really bad.
Seminole wasn't that bad.
No. It was like my second tournament technically, but
first Bassmaster tournament.
Yeah, no, it's good to have a tournament home, but at the same time, and financially is nice. At the same time, I'm very much ready to get back on the road.
Yeah,
I do. It's nice leaving.
It's a lot easier to focus.
Yes,
when you're not at your place of living.
That was the hardest part for me, and it's something I like really had to focus on all week. Like I had to focus on focusing. Like coming home being like, oh, I go to this restaurant, I can go see this person. Oh, it's Monday night, it's poker night. Like I had to shut all that down. Like, yeah. It's tournament week. I got to act like I'm in the middle of nowhere.
You went to a Hornets game, didn't you?
I did go to a Hornets game. I did leave that part out. Norman was a good time. It really wasn't a good time, but we got the job done.
It was a time.
It was a time. Time to be had.
It was definitely a time.
Time to be had. Gibson.
Fort Gibson is happening now.
Yeah, so we'll have to recap it maybe with our most popular, most frequent guest who is there.
Yes. Mr. Trevor Topkin.
Yes.
He is fishing. And was he in there now? It's like 50th?
He's in 41st.
41st?
I think there's 175, 170 something boats there.
With only 8 pounds, right?
With 8 pounds. It's not very good. It's not very good.
It's not. I was going to bring up the weights.
I know 17.9 is leading and 17.8 is second place. And the guys in second place are the Messer twins.
Yes. Who are 17.8. They're 1 ounce off of the lead.
Who won the Harris Chain Bassmaster tournament. So they have
and they were at Norman.
And I think, were they?
They were at Norman. I'm pretty sure they were at Norman.
Yeah. So, and they have like a 3 pound lead on third, don't they? So right now it's kind of a 2-horse race. Yeah. Interesting.
Holy weights.
Yeah, no, it's not very good. I think there's like 30 something.
Or one fish for 5.9.
Yeah, there's 30 or 40 zeros. It's not good.
One fish for 5.30. It's like, what?
So from what I heard,
there's so many one fish for 5 pounds. One fish for 5.01. So one fish for 5.03. What?
What Trevor told me is that it's warming and the conditions should be great, but they're dropping the bottom out of the lake.
That's never good.
No, which is terrible for a springtime tournament. So we'll have to get the scoop from him. Unfortunately, we'll have to come with an episode like next week, recapping who won, what they won with. What?
That college.
National Park College. Yeah, I can't say I've ever heard of that one.
That's a new one.
We'll have to get him on to talk about it, but I'm definitely interested to hear about how this went down. And more importantly, I feel like we should bring this up.
The scheduling?
No. Well, that too. Yeah, impressively enough, there are some guys who have fished Norman and this tournament, which is just wild to me.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time we've brought this name up on this podcast, even though we talk about this name a lot. What's Trades Aldane talking about?
Okay. All right.
I think I have an idea.
Yeah, so I believe...
and we're going to have to get Trevor's opinion on this.
Anyone that is on Instagram that follows Trades Aldane knows that she posted several stories bashing something on the college side of things.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't that clear.
No.
And I texted him, and I'm like, what is this about? I don't even know. And several other people, I had people texting me, like, what is she talking about? And I'm like, I don't really know, but I'm going to find out.
So we did some digging. And thanks to the other Duckett for kind of uncovering what she was probably talking about. We still don't really have confirmation that this is what she's talking about. We're going to have to talk to Trevor. Yeah. It's that the college guys, their registration for the national championship was at the Red Crest Expo. Yeah.
So I don't really know what she was mad at. I don't really know why people were mad, other than the fact that I don't know that MLF directed traffic to the expo.
Yeah,
making it look like they have numbers that they really didn't have.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get to fill what, 300
something people.
300 and something more people get to show up to the expo.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be competing with the Bassmaster Classic.
Yeah. Which, by the way, did you see the comparison photos?
Yeah, it's
from
bad.
takeoff. Oof.
Bad.
Oof. Tough look for MLF.
But yeah, no, I'm very interested to hear what Trevor has to say about that, because she's weird, first off. But like the cryptic posting was interesting.
Yeah, she didn't want to call anyone out.
Yeah, I wish she would have just came. That's kind of why I'm saying she's weird. I wish she just come from.
I initially thought she was bashing college kids, and I'm like, well, this is just a common theme this week. Apparently, we're just gonna give college fishermen a hard time.
I was very confused,
but I guess it was more of criticizing MLF.
Yeah.
And not necessarily the college guys, but I know, like we said, we really don't have full on confirmation other than putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
Of what we've seen.
So we'll have to get the inside scoop.
Yeah, we got to have old T squared on.
Hopefully he catches him, man. I think it's 3-day derb. He's got to do better tomorrow, obviously, and move into day 3, and we'll see if he has a shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very weird stuff going on with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird things going on in college fishing right
MLF is always out there.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Apparently they got sent in like 4 or 5 footers today too, so there's that. Kevin Hunt's got a reputation for that one.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see. Bass is also sent us some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've been like,
yeah,
Saginaw day 1.
Yeah, that was fun. End of the day was great, but
beginning of the day not so great.
Start with something else.
All right. Well,
you got anything else?
In terms of college fishing, not really.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Next week we have Trevor on.
Yeah.
We like to be real transparent about our show plans.
Yeah,
on the
we
show.
usually talk about the show plans at the end of the show.
I'm thinking we have Trevor on. We haven't talked about that, but I think we have him in on. You're getting angry about me playing with disposable, aren't you?
No, it's mesmerizing, honestly.
Okay. And maybe we come up with some kind of drafty.
You want to draft with Trevor?
Drafty funness.
I like drafting. If you haven't seen our baseball draft, instant classic.
It's a golden
must
episode.
Watch. If you watch pro fishing, you must watch.
We got to come out with more content. What do you got? What do you got?
I already have it. We need to do our baseball draft again.
Okay.
But MLF.
Yeah, let's do it.
A lot of MLF guys that I would love to draft.
Let's do it.
I like it.
Let's do it.
There you go. You've heard it here first,
and then
guys.
Then we have the teams. We have the fans of the
an
show.
American League and a National League.
Yes, we have the fans of the show vote on who would win the game.
The Bass team versus the I love this. See, this is why we plan on the show, because we come up with great ideas.
Yes.
And you guys get to witness it.
Yes. Yes.
Or listen to it if you're on Spotify, Waypoint, or iTunes.
Wow. That was good. I don't know if you intended to do that, but it was good.
I'm good like that.
Okay.
I'm good like that. So, But we'll plan on doing that next week. And everyone fishing the Natty in Gibson, good luck.
Reach out. Yeah.
Stay
good luck
safe.
to our guys, Hayden and Griffin.
Yeah. Hayden Griffin are fishing it.
They had a tough
Trevor's
day one,
fishing
but it's so tough. Anybody can bounce back. So,
do we know anyone else fishing it?
Probably.
If we've forgotten you, my apologies.
Yeah. But no, good stuff. Excited to get this back on the tracks.
Yeah, hopefully we roll down some tracks.
Yes.
Break some barriers in the process.
Yeah.
If you have any comments, comment.
Check out Deep.
Yes.
Check out BizBouts.
Deep.
Thanks for listening. Like Andrew said, if you get bored and want to listen to some really dumb but funny content, go watch the baseball draft. It's good stuff.
Yes. Which, by the way, fun fact.
If
you're rather new to the podcast, I had gone back and rewatched some of our old podcasts.
There's some good ones.
All-time favorite one is if you scroll down way through my YouTube channel, you'll find one of us and Mr. Tyler Allwell.
So that's still your favorite.
Sitting on a couch.
It's a classic.
Highly recommend watching it.
It's a classic.
Still holds up. Still hilarious.
It's a classic.
So,
if you like controversy, listen to our podcast with Mr. Hayden Scott.
Yeah, definitely check that one out.
If you like controversy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We ruffled some feathers.
Yep. As per usual.
Yep. We try. All right, guys. Tight lines. Catch them up.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Peace.